The US election has now entered a white-hot phase. Both sides have frequent The whole world is because of an election in the United States. The US election will be held on the 5th of this month. The final sprint is only 15 days away. Now, the Democrats and Republicans in the United States are competing. The Middle East and Eastern Europe are still and behind these two battlefields is the support of the United States. So any bipartisan action in the United States will cause chaos in the world. The world today. Who wouldn't want Trump up here? Ukraine, NATO, Japan, South Korea. Due to Trump's regressive obviously not good for them. Disband NATO. Charge protection fees to provide Stop protection. The Russo Ukrainian. It's all Trump's campaign slogans. That naturally, these interested countries will treat Trump as an eyesore. Armistice means fewer arms exports, less money for the military-industrial complex. Although Trump also has their support behind him. But obviously, if Trump's approach is followed, the money the military-industrial complex less than makes. So, many former senior officials of the U.S. military came out Trump taking office. After senior officers of the U.S. military will go to the military-industrial complex enterprise also interrupt. The military-industrial complex has also begun to It is obvious that countries like Trump come up. Russia is the most obvious one. Although the words of American politicians cannot be trusted, Democratic and less support for Ukraine and NATO, Russia will also be more relaxed. Of course, Israel might prefer Trump, because late Netanyahu said to counter Iran's nuclear launch. Biden says no, and Trump said yes. On October 19th, late Netanyahu even called him, and Trump said the call was very pleasant. And he said he was asking for my opinion. I'm just saying you do what you have to do. They also don't want the Democrats in power. There are a lot of people who don't want Harris to be on stage. Obama doesn't like Harris very much. I gave a very paternal speech earlier, ostensibly supporting Harris. But for an established politician, this kind of speech is deliberately rhythmic. Israel doesn't like him because now the United States dare not come down but to NATO likes them. Japan and Korea like that. Of course, maybe Puff Daddy likes him too. So the two sides are wrestling at this time. Right and wrong. There are only those that are absolutely correct in their own interests. If you support it, I will oppose what you oppose. And that's what's happened in the world today. Under the influence of their election, Democrats for votes. Then you have to maintain the previous period of power. We believe that credit is due and the correct policy is in place. For example, he serves the interests of the top in line with Democratic Party policies. Even if these kids in Europe don't like to fight anymore, they also don't want to see Trump come up. Ask them for protection and money. At the most critical moment, in order to prove their correctness, we must make Zelensky a hero again. Victory again. And then you saw it recently. Biden rushed to Germany for negotiations. NATO announces $50 billion loan for Ukraine. Netherlands offers over $40 million. Canada also gave over $60 million. Then find a presence in East Asia. Find points of conflict. It's making us unstable and ready to blow up our economy. Continue to execute the containment strategy. Under this strategy, Israel as America's father, that's naturally going to be left out. Although the United States is giving him a steady stream, but the policy is still repressive. Can't let him let go of the fight completely. Despite this, on the evening of the 20th, Israeli officials also Israel's response to the Iranian missile already ding talk on the board. Although Eden and Harris have been emphasizing, we must firmly support Israel. But Israel is not what late Netanyahu represents. Instead of direct support for late Netanyahu and Israel, this forced Democratic Harris had to run to the opposite side of late Netanyahu. Harris during the University of Wisconsin campaign, openly acknowledging that Israel is committing genocide. Even Israel's war plan to retaliate against Iran. It is made clear that before November 5th, I don't want to give Israel a good face. So can Israel tolerate it? So many more loans and aid in Ukraine. Can Russia tolerate it? If Trump comes up and fully supports Israel, can Iran tolerate it? So the more intolerable the risk of large-scale and unpredictable outbreaks. Countries that can now directly influence US elections. One is Russia, one is Israel, and the initiative is still in their hands. Anyone is too strong will affect the outcome of the general election. But one thing is for sure, no matter who comes up in America won't be friendly to us. The two sides are now in the final hours of the election. The only cards that can be played against each other are the Chinese cards. They can type it out just to compare. Who is ruthless against China? Because it's in the interest of all parties. Let's see whose tricks can blow up our economy. See who can buy our business bottom fishing. Become this. Let's see whose trick can eat us dry and wipe us clean. Although they are daydreaming. But all these years, America is not all about one dream after another. Does it continue? The politics, the economy, the technology. To the end, will become the last straw that crushed the camel.